Hey guys, come join me in this video for a journey of a new train arriving into Singapore. We're up pretty early in the morning to travel down to Jurong Port. We waited at the port for a few hours, watching the beautiful sunrise of the early Friday morning. Here it comes! This cargo ship came down from Qingdao, China and travelled all the way to Singapore, where it had already been docking at sea a few hours before we arrived. The ship is then berthed in Jurong Port, where preparations began for the cargo to be unloaded. The crane subsequently arrived and counterweights are added on top of it to prevent it from toppling. A safety briefing is conducted, making sure that everyone knows their roles and to ensure everyone gets home safely at the end of the day. The lifting begins by hooking up the balancing beam onto the crane, which will then carry the train up from the ship onto land. Unveiling the first train car of the new Thomson East Coast Line train. The new Thomson East Coast Line will be Singapore's 6th MRT line and will open from 2019 onwards. 91 trains have been purchased by the Land Transport Authority, which will run exclusively on the TEL. These trains are designed and built by Japanese manufacturer Kawasaki through a joint consortium with CRRC Qingdao Sifang. They are then assembled and tested in China. Workers carefully lowered the train onto the ground, where engineers from both LTA and Kawasaki inspect the train for any damages. Once the green light has been given, the train is lifted once again and then carefully placed onto the trailer. Workers properly align the wheels to the trailer and then locking the train to prevent it from rolling off. They unhooked the train from the crane and then off it goes. Well, not to Mandai Depot, but somewhere else in the ports to wait for the scheduled move-off time. The same process is repeated for the remaining 3 train cars on board the ship. If you haven't already realized, each train car has 5 doors per side, which will allow a smoother alighting and boarding process. 4 train cars are then coupled together to form a single TEL train, so it's a total of 20 doors per side per train. Fast forward to the night, we headed down to Mandai Depot where we waited for the arrival of the train. marshals escorted the trailers from Jurong Port to Mandai Depot, directing the traffic flow as they travel along the public roads of Singapore. Special thanks to the Land Transport Authority for making this video happen. Thanks for watching. Like this video and our Facebook page if you haven't already done so, and stay tuned for more.